We can often wonder with narcissistic individuals, did they mean that? Are they meaning to do it? Do they know what they are doing? And whether a narcissistic individual knows what they're doing or not, they simply lack the empathy to care, and they're looking to exploit you to get their needs met by you. It's who they are as a person. If they are aware, they're not going to change because they feel entitled to do as they please. If they are unaware, they don't want to listen to you. They believe they're superior and they believe that they're entitled to do as they please. So whether it's intentional and through conscious thought, or whether it's instinctive and it's just a learned pattern of behaviour, it is who they are. We can't change anyone other than ourselves, and that is a hard enough job within itself. When it comes to whether or not a narcissist knows exactly what they are doing, there are a few behaviours that identify they do know exactly what they are doing. And one of the first of these is their ability to change who they are as a person depending on who they are around. Now, we can also be capable of this behaviour out of respect for another person. So if you're a smoker, for example, and you're around young children, you're unlikely to smoke around the young children unless you're a narcissistic type who believes they're entitled to do as they please. If you swear and you're around an elderly relative that really disapproves of swearing, you might rein your behaviour in a little bit out of respect for the other person, not to sell the other person an illusion, just out of respect for the other person. With a narcissistic individual, it's to sell people an illusion of who they are based on who they want other people to believe them to be. So they can sell you one story of how they completely disagree with something, and then when they're around another set of people that agree to something, instead of just staying quiet or putting their opinion across, they take over the conversation, but in agreement with the people that they are around, contradicting what they said a few days earlier, because they change their values and their beliefs to suit the audience that they are around. Now, when you truly know the narcissistic individual, you will know what their true values and beliefs are, because they will tell you often enough. Yet they change these depending on who they are around, depending on who they're trying to impress. They can kind of sit there sometimes and sort of put their head in the hands and say, do you ever feel like you're morphing into somebody that you're not? And that's because they are morphing into somebody that they're not. They will use your fears against you in order to get their needs met by you. They will do things for you in order to make you feel obligated, so that they can use it against you later down the line, so that they can claim, after all I've done for you. They can guilt trip you to get their own desires met. They can go all out to play the victim to gain the sympathetic attention, to get their needs met by you. They have that selective empathy. So with the empathy, they lack the empathy. They simply don't care. However, if the audience they are around believes that they should care, they will act as though they care. And then when the audience has disappeared, they'll be honest with you and they'll be putting the other person down. They'll be, oh, I'm glad it's happened to them. Could have happened to a nicer person. And they're really judgmental and cruel. Yet in front of the audience that they're trying to impress, all of a sudden they've got the empathy for that person. They go all out to gaslight. They play so many different mind games in order to get their needs met. They gaslight your reality. They provoke. They go all out to provoke certain emotions within you, and then they attack these emotions. So you're actually feeling them, so you feel like you're the issue, and they're gaslighting because they go all out to provoke jealousy within you and then accuse you of being jealous or accuse you of having trust issues. They go all out to be really insensitive towards you and then accuse you of being too sensitive. They go all out to leave out bits of information and then accuse you again of having trust issues, or they will go all out to accuse you of, when you're asking for more information, of being too controlling, of being too demanding, so that you're the one that ends up questioning who you are as a person and not what they're doing to you. They drive you crazy and then accuse you of the one who is going crazy. They have a complete lack of remorse for how their behaviour has negatively impacted you. Now, sometimes this can be a sign of a narcissist that has no clue of what they're doing, because they lack the empathy, they lack the understanding, there's no remorse there. With a narcissistic individual who kind of knows what they're doing, they get that sadistic, twisted pleasure out of the pain that they've caused you. You see that smug look on their face that you'd like to wipe off. They will sit there and watch you cry with a glint in their eye, no remorse, and blame you for the pain that they cause you, because they have that quiet smugness when they're getting away with their behaviour. There's lots of different signs that a narcissistic individual knows exactly what they are doing. However, whether they are aware or not is who they are as a person. They're incredibly exploitative by nature. They're incredibly envious of others, and they will go all out to destroy those that they are envious of. They believe they're entitled to do as they please and that they shouldn't have to face any consequences for their actions. They just go ahead and scapegoat somebody else, and they lack the empathy to care for how their behaviour negatively impacts those around them. They only care for how others perceive them, depending on the illusion they're trying to sell to those around them. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments with people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers, and your continued support with the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon: 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People If You Cannot Go No Contact, a Narcissist Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. They'll be in the description also if you'd like to go and check those out. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.